The AL MVP race is currently a two-man race between Aaron Judge and Bobby Witt Jr. These guys have been phenomenal all year long, and it would be a shame that one of these guys at the end of the year won't have this title by their name this year. So with that being said, Dylan, who is your MVP currently in the AL?
This is such a hard conversation. And I know that's why we brought it up and led with it in our show today. I mean, this is tough. Can we do a 1A and 1B? Because these guys deserve it. Like,
I know,
Bobby
right?
is hitting 344. He's got 20 home runs, and he's stealing bags. Judge, on the other hand, leading the league in home runs, which he did in both of his, well, one of his MVP seasons and another one that Altuve kind of snatched from him. But I think looking at it, it's such a hard conversation. If the season ended today, I would give the award to Bobby Witt Jr. And the reason is because, listen to me. Bobby Witt is on the Kansas City Royals, and sure, they've had some expectations. Some people had some hype around him coming into the year, but until you see it, you can't believe it. And Bobby Witt is the only reason this team is firing right now. I know you've had strong pitching contributions from Reagans and Lugo and other pieces in that, but Witt is the lifeblood of that ball club. And without him, that team is probably 15, 20 games under 500. And I guess you could say the same about Aaron Judge over there, but the Yankees always find a way to at least be competitive each year. And I think with Soto and with the pieces they have there, I think the Yankees were better off coming into the year where if Aaron Judge it wasn't there, I think they still would have found a way to win baseball games. I don't think the same is the case for the Royals. So I'm going to lean Bobby Witt here because he is the most valuable player in his situation. But then again, if the tables were turned and Judge was a Royal, I think you could say the same thing.
Yeah, this is such a tough decision. I'm glad we have 2 more months of baseball to figure this out. But with that argument, you could also Aaron Judge could have used that in 2017 with that Yankees, the Baby Bombers team. They were not as good as the Astros, but the Astros, they had Jose Altuve. The team was better. Jose Altuve ended up winning the MVP in 2017. So this is a toss-up. This is definitely a toss-up. But for me, Aaron Judge is the MVP. Judge is the better hitter all around. I know Witt is hitting for the highest average in baseball. He has a lot of steals. But the impact of Judge's power far outweighs Bobby Witt Jr. at the plate. Not discrediting Bobby Witt Jr. at all. Judge leads the league in home runs. He can end up with 60 home runs again this year. He leads the league in OPS. He is slugging 76 points higher than the guy behind him, and that guy is Shohei Ohtani. Judge has been pure dominant at the plate. And once again, I am not discrediting Bobby Witt Jr., but Aaron Judge, to me, has been on another level this year.
Just imagine if you took away his April. He started the year like those first.
April was taken away. He didn't have an April.
I know.
April was awful.
What I'm saying is if he had another month of baseball, you're looking at the greatest season of all time because he came out struggling. It's not like we were like, oh my gosh, what's wrong with Aaron Judge? We're like, all right, he's not right. It took him a solid 2-3 weeks, maybe even a month just to get his feet wet and then blast off. He has been on an other world.
Yeah, that's the wild part about it. His April was so bad. But like I said, I'm so glad we have 2 more months of baseball to figure this out. I really like Bobby Witt Jr., man. He's currently hitting 344. That's the last time I checked today. But You know who's third in all of baseball in average? Aaron Judge. Aaron Judge is hitting well too.
That's his best average he's hit for in a year. And there's still 2 months, but still.
Right, a 6'7" guy hitting almost 330 with over 40 bombs. It's otherworldly. It's otherworldly. That's why he's my current MVP. And I wish this could be a 1A, 1B. Seriously.
Can we let's take a moment. Let's take a back seat here and look at the two. Obviously, Judge is a popular pick and one that you would expect coming into the year. But let's give Bobby Witt his credit here. Just to be in this race. We knew he was a solid ball player. He stole 49 bags last year, I think it was. Mm-hmm. At 49 bags, he had 30 homers and 319. He was solid. He's been solid for a couple years now, and he's just this is a young budding superstar. And I know a couple years ago, Patrick Mahomes, of course, he's little bit of an owner of the Royals, said he would take Bobby Witt over any shortstop in the league. And at the time, you're like, all right, he's just playing it. But now you're going to actually raise that question because Bobby Witt is probably the best shortstop in baseball.
Yeah, no doubt. He's definitely living up. They just gave him a monster contract. He's definitely living up to the expectations of being a #1 pick. And I can't wait to see the rest of this season, how it plays out in the rest of his career.